Yeah, a little old school intro, man. What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, the Bad Diggity Dizzle. The calm before the storm. First Giants playoff game in 6 years coming up tomorrow. I'm watching this Jaguars-Chargers game, and I sit here and I watch Evan Ingram now. That he threw 2 interceptions showing to Evan Ingram. It wasn't Evan Ingram's fault. But I just, had flashbacks how many times we threw to Evan Ingram and the ball was intercepted. But I just can't get over how good Evan Ingram is with Jacksonville and where this was with the Giants. I mean, he was always open. He just could never catch the ball. But I did put on Twitter, it was only 27.5, and it could have been a lot worse. Now, Trevor Lawrence just got buried right there. That was a big loss. It was a flag on the play, but I wouldn't count them out just yet. It could have been a lot worse. So, obviously, San Francisco took care of business today. So, if the Giants are able to win tomorrow, we will play Philadelphia. So, and Joey Bosa was off sides. So, obviously, that's a huge call. But I put it right on Twitter, man. It could have been a lot worse for Jacksonville. And they got the stop, and now they're driving. So, we'll see how this ends. But I wouldn't count them out. As a Giants fan, we know Jacksonville was dead against us, and they made it really close at the end. So, anyway, I appreciate you being here. Very subdued this evening. I'm excited. I'm nervous. There's no question about it. I'm very nervous. I just wanted to come out and hang out with you guys and girls because, like I said, it's the calm before the storm. I get very amped up for Giants play. I mean, I get amped up for Giants games anyway, but playoffs are much different. It's a different feel. We've only been here once since 2011. So it's still weird to me that we're at this point. It just seems like it was so far away coming into the year. It didn't seem like we'd really have an opportunity to get here. And yet here we are against a team that I feel that we can beat. And the thing that scares me is it seems like all the pundits are picking the Giants now. It seems like, they're all talking about how the Giants turned it over twice and, they didn't play really well and they were injured and it took a 61-yard field goal to beat us, which is all true. That's why I wanted another shot at Minnesota, because I did feel like we let that game get away, and I do feel like we can beat them. But I'm freaking nervous, man. I can't lie. I'm always anxious about the playoff games. I'm not one of these guys that's not going to be able to sleep. I can tell you I'm going to sleep just fine tonight, and I'll wake up getting ready to go tomorrow, but it's going to be it'll be a fun stream, man. I haven't been able to do playoff games with you guys and girls at all since, I changed my format here, and it's been a long, long freaking time. I mean, I was on YouTube in 2016, but obviously things have changed since then. So, I don't know, man. I'm just extremely, like I said, I'm anxious. I'm anxious, nervous, excited, all kinds of emotions going through. I just want to win. I want to win a playoff game. I want a shot at Philadelphia, even if we get beat. I just want to. You never know with the Giants. I mean, our last 3 Super Bowls we won, nobody gave us a chance to win any one of them. So, it ain't over till it's over. The great Yogi Berra once said. We'll see what happens. Alfonso, what's going on? Age 20. All things Lakers spaz outlaw. Maroney, Johnny Gonzalez, James Vegas, Eli L, Paul Muti, Gus Gafoo. Been a long time, brother. Hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is good. Dante Reeves, Ocean Blue, Little Princess, Sue HD. That'd be great. I would love to watch Tom Brady beat the Cowboys after the Giants win. That'd be amazing. Frank Joseph, Ian Graham, James Vegas, Anthony. By the way, you Laker fans, I will be live after that Giants game tomorrow. I got a doubleheader tomorrow, so that should be good. Trevor Lawrence, touchdown. I told you, man. It's 27-13. So I put it on Twitter. It could have been so much worse for Jacksonville. He threw 4 interceptions, and they had a fumble, a punt that hit the gunner, in the head, and Los Angeles recovered on the 6, and they couldn't get into the end zone. And I'm telling you, man, this game could have been way out of hand. And that touchdown at the end gave them all the momentum in the world. You can't count this team out. They fought all year long. So they're right back in this game. A lot of time to play. A PSA 9's a good buy. I mean, depends on which PSA 9 it is. Depends on who the player is, what the card is. Yeah, I mean, PSA 9s are good. I mean, just like I said, it depends on what the card is and who the player is. Who else we got in here today? Charles Connor, Deer Slayer, Mike, Alfonso, Daniel Bear, Ramdre, 81, Kylie Petrano. If the Chargers choke his leaves or head coach gone, I mean, they can do him any favors. I can tell you that much right now. Brandon Goki, Hot Knicks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you all being here. Like I said, the night before the game, definitely looking forward to it. Ray W, what's up, man? Just ready to go. It's been a long time since Johnny Cage. How can I be the man when you're the man? It's been a while since I just kind of done a hangout just to do a hangout. I don't usually do them anymore, but like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be live. I just kind of wanted to come on and hang out, and talk about the game, I guess. I really don't know, man. It's like I said, I got a lot of emotion going through me right now. We'll see. I feel like we have a good chance tomorrow, and obviously we got to take care of the ball. That's going to be huge. We can't turn the ball over. I mean, that cost us last game. We don't turn the ball over. We force turnovers on them. I feel like we're going to be in good shape. I feel like our defense can get to Kirk Cousins. I feel like Kirk Cousins, can throw interceptions. He threw 14 this year. Both him and Daniel Jones at a 92.5 quarterback rating, which is ironic. Obviously, Cousins threw more touchdowns, but he threw a lot more interceptions. And, we usually defense is a big part of going far in the playoffs. Your defense has to step up, and it's definitely the strongest part of our team. The offense has definitely played well. The last couple of games and the starters were in there. They played well against Minnesota. Like I said, we left a lot of points on the board in Minnesota. And obviously against the Colts, we look really good. Juicebox, thank you for super chat, man. Appreciate you. Brilly, thank you so much. Which player on the Giants are you nervous about the most? Mine would be Evan Neal. Evan Neal is definitely a concern because when we were talking to Patricia Train, obviously, she was saying that he wasn't healthy, his knee was still bothering him. I'm probably more nervous about Adoree Jackson for the simple fact he hasn't played in 6 weeks. He's also coming off a knee injury. I mean, Evan Neal's been playing every week. And yeah, he hasn't played well, but at least he's been out there. Adoree Jackson going out there, maybe having to go up against Justin Jefferson. I get a little concerned about that matchup. So, I guess that would be a concern for me. I think Adoree Jackson probably be the guy that I'm most nervous about just because of the matchup and the fact that he hasn't been out there in a long time. So we'll see, But I hope you guys and girls join the live stream tomorrow. It'll be on this channel. It'll be live probably around 4 o'clock somewhere in there. I'm going to just relax. I have leg day tomorrow, so I ain't going to relax. Leg day is a bitch. I hate leg day. But, maybe I'll burn off some of that nervous energy at the gym and then be ready to go and enjoy the Giants, man. That's just what it is. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be more fun if we win, obviously. So hopefully we can get that done. I want to win. I mean, it's going to be great. And, I feel like Saquon Barkley is going to be a big part of what we do tomorrow. And, wow, that was a hell of a throw there by Justin Herbert. And they're saying it was incomplete. I thought that ball might have hit the ground myself. They're going to hurry to the line of scrimmage. Peterson might challenge this one. I've also missed it. Like, I don't stream a lot of outside games anymore. When I started, streaming and going live more, I used to stream a lot of football games. It kind of stopped doing that. A lot of people are streaming this game, but I kind of stopped. I should get back to doing that again at some point. It's just hard to find time, but it'd be fun to do some some football playoff games that don't mean anything to me, just to have fun and do it. Whatever. Sniper Steve says, I'm going to go nuts tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sure we all are. Like I said, I'm just very subdued this evening. There's no question about that because it's the calm before the storm. But I'm, the butterflies will be there. When opening kickoff hits, I'll be nervous. I mean, I'll be ready to rock and roll. There's no question about it. It's going to be fun. But I just want to win. Minnesota's 13-4. They ain't going to be any pushover, but it's going to be awesome, man. I don't know. I feel like we got a good chance. Like, it's also, again, man, everybody picking the Giants now. That always concerns me. I like when people pick against them. I like when people pick against the Giants, but it seems like a lot of, analysts like the Giants in that game because they feel like they've been playing better. And Minnesota, again, they're kind of a Jekyll and Hyde team. They've won a lot of close games. They've got blown out a couple of times. Green Bay killed them. Dallas killed them. The Eagles killed them. Indianapolis, who's a horrible team, was up on them 33-0. They had a miracle against the Buffalo Bills. I mean, they easily could have been 11-6. Easily could have been 11-6, and maybe worse. So, I don't know. It is what it is. So, but I'm ready to go, man. I'm definitely ready to go for sure. Leg day at the gym because I'm not worried about a viral spike. I'm not worried about getting sick. That doesn't bother me one bit. If I get sick, I get sick. I don't really concern myself about that. This is a viral. That's winter. That's winter in the Northeast. People get sick all the time up here. It's just the way it goes. You're indoors, can't open the windows, so a lot of times that happens. It is what it is. So, he says, I agree with Dory Jackson and McKinney in this game. They will make a difference. I mean, at least McKinney got to play a game against Indianapolis. I just worry about, again, I'm not worried, but I'd be concerned about Adoree Jackson. I don't know how much Adoree Jackson is going to play. We'll see. Let's see. What's scripted? The NFL? The NFL is scripted? No, if it's scripted, I still enjoy it. It doesn't really matter. I mean, wrestling's scripted, and I enjoyed wrestling for many years. So I'm not concerned if it's scripted or not. I hope it's scripted for the Giants to win if that's the case. Minnesota beat Miami when they didn't have Tua. Yeah, that's true too. Well, I mean, that game's probably not going to be. That's probably not going to be the best game tomorrow. Buffalo and Miami, I will be shocked if that game's close. DeMar Hamlin visited the facility today. If DeMar Hamlin goes out there, I can only imagine the amount of momentum and the frenzy the crowd would be in. Skylar Thompson's playing. I don't give Miami much of a shot in that one. If Tua was playing, obviously Miami would have. I still would pick Buffalo. But with Skylar Thompson playing, I really just don't. I don't think Miami has much of a chance. I think that's the most uneven matchup of the weekend. And it's not. The funny thing is, I don't usually talk about when I thought that. What the hell am I trying to say here? The San Francisco game kind of went the way I thought it would. I thought Seattle would be close for a half. Halfway. About 5 minutes into the third quarter, and I thought San Francisco would pull away. And that's kind of what happened. San Francisco is really, really good. They're really good. And this Brock Purdy kid, man, I'll tell you what, I've said this before. I said this last night, man. If you're San Francisco and this kid takes you to the Super Bowl, you could legitimately think about trading Trey Lance. Because you could sit there and say to yourself, we got Brock Purdy. He's a rookie this year, and he's a 7th-round pick, so he ain't going to cost you anything. Now, you don't have the option to pick up a 5th year on him because he wasn't a 1st-round pick, But if you can get some draft capital back for Trey Lance, you already got a guy in Brock Purdy that costs a lot less, and you have him for 3 more years. Why not? Why not? Well, we'll see. ATN, you did a good job to get 6 on that one. But appreciate you being here. Giants should trade for Trey. I wouldn't want Trey Lance. I don't know enough about Trey Lance. Side Guy Brian, I think we remember, man. He says, we got this. I believe we got a good chance. I definitely believe we got a good chance. Mark Antoine says, well, I don't think the Giants can choke. The Giants aren't expected to win. The Giants are an underdog. Nobody picked the Giants to be here, so there's no pressure on the Giants. It wouldn't be them choking. They're not the favorite at all. So they're not the favorite. So I can't see them choking. So KP and Max recorded a Toyota Center in Houston. The bathroom stalls doing I always wonder what happened to Max, Benjamin. What happened to Max? I see KP. I see Brandon Rogers. I never see Max anymore. I never see him. Lance is the NFC version of Zach Wilson. I wouldn't want him, Larosity. I wouldn't want Trey Lance on this team. But I'm just saying, if they could get some kind of draft capital for him, it might not be a bad idea. We'll see what it is. So I don't know what it is. But again, I think the Giants are going to do just fine. What was the card you missed out on? What's the card I missed out on? I didn't really miss out on a lot. I don't buy younger players. I buy Hall of Famers. Just things that I definitely kick myself in the ass for not buying, like a Willie Mays rookie. I should have bought that one when it was $1,500. I didn't. Should have bought a Joe Namath rookie. I didn't. Wide open touchdown, Zay Jones. It's 30-21. 30-21. I told you, man. Oh, this team's got no quit. This team's got no quit in them. They got no quit. The Raiders they could. Derek Carr's not going to be back there. So we're going to find out. Wolves, man, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Bad diggity dizzle dog. What's up, man? How you doing tonight? I appreciate you being here. Like I said, the calm before the storm this evening. Big Moo, I'm fine. I always look like that. I'm Italian. We have tired eyes. It is what it is. And I won't need it. It's Sunday. I won't need anything for tomorrow. I'll get up, go to the gym like I always do, and do my thing. Well, they went for 2 and they didn't get it. Everybody hates the Giants. I think everybody hates the Giants. AFC quarterbacks are better than that. Well, I can't disagree with that. I mean, I think the best quarterbacks are in the AFC by far. You got Pat Mahomes, you got Josh Allen, you got Joe Burrow. They're probably the 3 best in the league. And then you got Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Trevor Lawrence threw 4 interceptions in the first half of this game. Look at the way he bounces back. You want to talk about showing resolve and showing heart and not hanging your head and not giving up? This is exactly what you want to see from your young phenom quarterback. No quit. That's exactly what you want to see. There was a flag down there. So, who do I like tomorrow and Monday? I like the Giants. I like the Bills. I like the Bengals. And I like the Buccaneers. Those are the teams I like. Those are the teams I like. So, I'm not very good at picking games though. So don't listen to me, man. Don't listen to me. Pick against what I say. Although I did bet the Niners today to cover, and that did happen. So I was like, hey, I hit a football game. Who would have known? I also had the over in this game, which I just hit when Jacksonville scored a touchdown. So, hey, look at me, 2 for 2. today. It doesn't happen very often. What's going on, Caden? What was my Sherman quote again? What, punching him in the windpipe and watching him choke to death? So I have this short on my YouTube channel. Obviously it's on my YouTube channel. And I didn't realize how many views this got. And it's gotten a lot of views lately. And I don't know why or where they're coming from. When I talked about Daniel Jones and I was at that Jets game, I did say, this is back in 2019, man. I said, get him a head coach, get him a coach in an offensive line. He can be dangerous in the NFL. He's got his coach. He's got his coach. You can't sleep. I'll be able to sleep like a baby tonight. I mean, I've been through, listen, I'm excited. I'm always excited about the Giants playoff games. Now, the bigger they go, or the farther they go, if this was the NFC Championship game or something, I might have a hard time sleeping. But I've been through a lot of these things. I haven't been through one in a while. I'll probably wake up like I always do, 9:30, go to the gym, come home and relax, take a shower. This will all be gone. Haircut tomorrow, shave. I'll be completely cleaned up and ready to go for the game tomorrow. All the scruffiness will be gone. It's all gone. All of it. If Dallas loses Monday, what is the status for Dak? There's not much I can do. They paid the guy a ton of money. So I don't know if they can do anything for Dak. Dashy, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Brilly. He says eating fish and chips for dinner, and my fish is a bit overcooked. That's why I don't eat fish. Well, that I don't like it anyway. The Chicago Bulls team is a lifeless team. I will treat this Chicago Bulls like one. You got a big game tomorrow, Dashy. Big game against the Baltimore Ravens, your hated rival. But I think you guys should get it done pretty easy. Honestly, I don't know what the spread is in that game, but I would take Cincinnati. I do think you're going to the Super Bowl. I think so. Ryan, am I watching the game? Yes, I have the Chargers. I have the Chargers game on. Listen, man, I tweeted it out at halftime. I said, all things considered, I said they turned over 5 times. It could be a lot worse than 27-7. I said it's going to be tough, but don't count Jacksonville out because they fought all year long, So this was my tweet. I said, Jacksonville 5 turnovers in the first half. Could be a lot worse than 27-7. It's going to be tough, but they fought all season long. I wouldn't count them out just yet. That was my tweet. And there it is. It's a game. It's 30-20. So, it is what it is. I don't know. I mean, what are you guys in the chat? What is your barometer? Like, what is your temperature? What are you feeling about this game? And what are you guys and girls feeling about this game? Easy dub? Going to be hard? We're going to lose? You're going to win? I don't know. Zag Attack. I didn't hear that. Somebody else mentioned that. I read that quick. It said, what do you think about the Eagles cheating? Did they cheat? I didn't see anything about that. What's that about? Oh, let me look. I mean, the Eagles really have to cheat against our third string guys? Let me see. Eagles, what's the... Okay. Oh, field goals? Is that what it's about? A confusing report came from picking up a small white object from the field after a field goal attempt. That's what they're saying? That's weird. I didn't hear anything about that. Wolves, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Brilly. He says Giants win 42-0 in honor of the 420 crew. It'd be great just to win. It would be nice, though. It definitely would be nice. Because all of that. That'd be great, man. That would be friggin' great. I would love to win convincingly. There's no question about it. Giants going to handle business 28-17. I have to read more about that, man. New Q says 28-20. I like these scores because I would like to win. Well, the 28-20 is technically one score, but I would love to. I'd love to not have to go down to the wire. That's what I would love to do. Get in and out of the win, smack Philly in the mouth next week. I would love that. 34-18, that'd be great too. I have to read about that. So supposedly it's some kind of white paper that they're picking up after the field goals or something. I'll have to read more about it. Small object which to place the ball in holding for the field goal. That's what it says. Officials told to watch for illegal foreign objects used for field goal and extra point attempts for the Eagles. I mean, the first game, they could have done whatever the hell they wanted. The extra points and the field goals didn't mean a damn thing. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's interesting. Because I have to read more about that. Zack Attack, I hope we kick their ass too, man. I would love to just beat the hell out of somebody. I mean, we did. We beat the hell out of the Colts. It's nice. It was a good day. Beating the Colts in going to the postseason. It was just nice to have a game where it didn't mean much of anything. Well, I shouldn't say where the game was in hand. It was freaking nice. They made 5 of them. I mean, again, I gotta freaking know about that. I have to read more about it. I don't read too much into there being a white object on the field. With them doing whatever. I can't. This game is getting interesting, man. This game is getting very interesting. Big third down or second down. Out of bounds. Out of bounds. But indeed, man. 106 likes. Thank you for that. We got to use Jones' legs. I agree, man. I agree, Ryan. Definitely. Daniel Jones' legs are going to be a big weapon for us. And it's a playoff game. There is no tomorrow. He can rest up. He has all offseason rest. They can rest in February. You know what I mean? So let's get it done. That's the way it goes. There's a video of the object. Again, I'm not too concerned about that. Jake Elliott's a good kicker. I don't think he needs any added help. Herbert's going to take off with it. He's got room. He's got the first down. He slides down. By the way, I know it didn't come back to haunt San Francisco, but that was a terrible penalty by Jimmy Ward. How do you hit somebody when they're clearly sliding? The Eagles suck anyway, says Johnny Vegas. Yeah, I wish I could agree. They don't suck. I hate their guts, but they're a pretty good team. They're a pretty good team. Jones and Barkley over 100 apiece. That'd be great. And yeah, man, Kirk can't throw with those guys in the face. I think that Wink Martindale is going to go with just a 4-man rush at the beginning and hope that his pass rush will get there. If the Giants can get there with 4, we're going to be in really, really good shape. If we can get there with 4 pass rushers, with 4 guys, it's gonna bode well for us. But listen, man, I wanted a shot at the Vikings. We're gonna get our shot at the Vikings. I told all the Packer fans, I know we got these guys for you. Sean says, an interesting stat. The Giants are 9-0-1 when rushing 30 times or more in a game and 0-7 when rushing less than 30. Well, I think we know the formula to victory. And Sean, I'll be shocked if the Giants do not rush 30 times as a team tomorrow. That doesn't mean Barkley's going to get 30 carries, but yes, between Barkley, Breida, and Jones, I would imagine 30 carries would be the way to go. Especially if we're running effectively, but you can't get away from it. If you're not running effectively at the beginning of the game, you still got to stick with it. That would be amazing if that happened. Tiki is not better than Emmett. Well, I disagree. I think Tiki is better than Emmett, and I've said my argument about that. Anthony says, just bought my first Nick's ice cream mint chocolate chip. It was pretty good. Thought you and I bought. Well, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. So mint chocolate chip, same color as your whip there, as the kids would say. Well, it's not really the kids. The whip was popular when I was young. When somebody mentioned the word last night, it was pretty funny. The whip. Adoree Jackson's going to get 3 sacks. That would be something. I'll be happy if he gets an interception. I don't think we have the Thunder, Wayne. I don't think we have a Thunder back, but you can get a guy like I'm not saying AJ Dillon, but if you could get a guy like AJ Dillon to go with Saquon, then you could have your Thunder and Lightning. That would be awesome. Chris Bass, what's going on, man? How can I be the man when you're the man? Landon Collins gets another pick 6. That'd be cool. Definitely. The run to the Super Bowl, Giants were likely to have a similar field to the Falcons. Listen, Donnie, I hope you're right. And again, I think it'll depend on how. Number one, we have to win this game. But if we do, I think it'll depend on how we win it. If we go in there and win convincingly, then I do feel like I'm going to have a lot more confidence going into Philadelphia that we can beat them. I feel like Philadelphia is kind of fallen off a little bit. They may have peaked too early. You know, they're a little banged up while we're getting healthy. They didn't really play. They definitely did not play as well the last month of the season as they did earlier in the year. And I think that started with the game at Indianapolis that they had needed a pass interference penalty to win the game on. So, you know, and like Chris mentioned, getting them off the bye could definitely be better for us because they may be a little rusty. So, and we would get them off the bye. We just got to take care of business tomorrow. That's what we got to do. Adoree is playing, Harry. Yes, he is playing. Again, I don't know how many snaps he's going to play. That was not a good throw by Herbert that time. 4 sacks. That'd be great. Yeah, definitely put pressure. That's what we got to do. We got to put pressure on Kirk Cousins. He is prone to turning it over. There's no doubt about it. Like I said, he's turned it over 14 times this year. So, or he threw 14 interceptions this year, but you can get to him, you can rattle him. It's happened his whole career. So we'll see. We'll see. Heathen says if the Giants beat the Vikings, it'll be the first playoff game the Giants win in my adult life. They haven't won a playoff game in 11 years. So yes, a lot of people were kids last time they won, and now they're grown. I mean, it's been 11 years since we won a playoff game. It's pretty crazy to think it's been that long since we won a playoff game. But the Giants are due, man. They're due. They're due to win. So we'll see. Well, yeah, Chris, it's nice to be healthy right now. It's been a long time since we've had all our guys. And because we didn't play a lot of our, our starters last week, they had a chance to rest and get healthy and everything else. So it should be, this is going to be our best chance. This is going to be our best chance, I don't we've had a game this year where, we've had all 4 of our pass rushers out there, Tibbs, Leo, Sexy Dexy, Azeez Ojulari, along with Adoree Jackson and Xavier McKinney. I don't feel like those 6 guys have played together on the field at the same time the entire year. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Dirtbag. He says, good luck tomorrow, G. Thank you. Appreciate that. So let's go. Whiteouts, Wayne. I mean, there's a lot of whiteouts I like. I don't know if we're going to get any of them. I like Jordan Addison. I mean, I like Quentin Johnson from TCU. We're not going to get him. I like Addison. I like Mario Williams. I like that kid from Ohio State. I never know his last name. Is hard to say. I like Marvin Mims. The wide receiver class is pretty deep. So there's also a lot of rumors about the Giants trading for DeAndre Hopkins, and depending on what the asking price is, I could definitely see that happening too. So I don't know. Would I go for it if it's 0-0? The Giants would, yes, absolutely. I would definitely go for it there. Listen, that's the way the game has changed, Alan. The game has changed. Teams are ultra aggressive now. They use 4 downs a lot. On situations like that, 4th and less than 3, more often than not, it seems like teams are going for, if they're in plus territory. I mean, they're obviously not doing that from their own 20. We went for it 4th and 9 against Washington from like midfield. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely go for it. I think Dable would too. We've seen Dable be aggressive. He's not Joe Judge. We know Joe Judge would have kicked the field goal in that scenario, but we've seen Brian Dable be aggressive, setting the tenor right away against Tennessee by going for 2 at the beginning of the year. So I can definitely see that happening. I think the Giants would definitely go for it. Dable is definitely more aggressive than Joe Judge was. Christopher, how can I be the man who need the man? Side Guy Brian, thank you for the super chat, man. Brilly, what the hell happened to the end of the Mavs Clippers? Where the refs that bad, I went to bed, thought it was over. I didn't see the Mavs Clippers, so I don't know what happened with that game. I did not see the Mavericks and the Clippers, so I don't know what happened there with that game. Yeah, Chris, I mean, Kayvon's been lighting it up, and people are getting on his case for not having a lot of sacks, but the man's been a disruptor the whole time. That's not going to matter. That's a holding on Los Angeles. Well, George, it looks like the Chargers are kind of, they got a good drive going here. Of course, the hold hurts them. We'll see. I would imagine Peterson's going to push it back, get him out of field goal range. So I don't know. Oh, the Mavs Lakers. Yeah, the officials missed 2. They had 2 really bad calls. Troy Brown was fouled on a 3 at the end of the game. At the end of regulation, they didn't call it. Tim Hardaway Jr. fouled him. He hit him with his body. It's an absolute foul. Anytime a shooter goes up and he steps on the opponent's foot, it's a foul. Anytime you follow through and hit the shooter in any aspect, it's a foul. It was a foul. They didn't call it. The NBA said it wasn't a foul, but it was. And then they admitted that they missed a foul call. He missed a field goal. He admitted that they missed a foul call against LeBron James at the end of the first overtime. So, yeah, the officiating, they screwed the Lakers. They missed 2 foul calls that would have ended the game for the Lakers. But listen, the Lakers freaking missed 10 free throws. So, that's what happened in that game. Yeah, I remember David Wilson. Joe Judge deserves all respect for breaking the home run record. I don't think it was Joe Judge that did that. Aaron Judge did it. And it was the American League record. But, yeah, hey, listen, he got his respect. He got $360 million. He definitely got respect. He definitely got his respect, man. Trust me on that. He definitely got his respect. There was no question about it. He got his respect. So it is what it is. New York Giants is the best franchise ever. They're one of them. Galladay's going to unlock his Plexico burst. I would love that. Robert, I don't know how many snaps Galladay is going to get, but it was very encouraging to at least see him get a touchdown in that last game. We know what Kenny Galladay's potential is. Again, he hasn't really played much of the season, so I don't know how good of a rapport you would have with Daniel Jones or what his role will be tomorrow, but maybe he gets an opportunity in the red zone again. Maybe they have him and Hodgins out there on the outside, and you got 2 6'4" guys, and you put Richie James in a slot. Maybe they do go that way. Maybe they do go with Slayton, Galladay, Hodgins, and maybe they go 4 wide down there. Who knows? Why isn't Kenny playing? That's already said? He's injured. He's not playing. I didn't see the report that he wasn't playing. I didn't see that. So, yes, the Chargers did just miss a field goal. Well, the Giants are moving back the Giants are moving back to New York. Taxes. I don't blame them. As soon as I retire, I'm out of New York. I'm not staying here. I can't wait to get the hell out of this state. I can't wait to move south. Yeah, I missed it too. I didn't hear anything about Galladay not playing, so that's something I'm gonna have to look up. I didn't hear anything about him not playing tomorrow. I'm ready for him too, Gemini Don. Let's make some noise. We're here with nothing to lose. We're playing with house money. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. We'll see what happens. A wise man. I love to punch Mahomes in the windpipe and what. Well, that wasn't my quote. I didn't say Mark Holmes. I said Pat Shurmur, which was my short today. Here, well, check this out. I could probably find this. You'll see it. You'll see this is very fun. Let me see if I can find this. I might have to do it this way. Because I don't think it shows up here. Where are we? Here we go. Let's pull this up. All right. Hold on a second. Let me share this. You'll see a much heavier Bad Dog. I was probably 70 pounds heavier, probably 60 pounds heavier in this one than I was before. But you'll see this. I'm very happy here. Okay. Yeah, I'm very happy. I also had a few beers. This is a good game. This Jets game is a good game, but here you go, man. This is my take on Daniel Jones back in 2019 against the Jets. So here you go. Get a good look at this one. This is what I said. And again, I've been all over the place. I've waffled every which way but loose on Daniel Jones. But back then, I said this. Listen, man, Daniel Jones is having a hell of a game today. That's 4 touchdowns. The man's 18 out of 24. Converted a 2-point conversion, ran for 10 yards, playing a hell of a game. All right, coach, still sucks. Giants lead 27-21 right now, 5:21 third quarter. You gotta love the way Danny Jones is playing today. He's just amazing, man. This kid's got a ton of potential. If we can get an offensive line around this kid and actually get him a real coach, he's gonna be dangerous in the NFL. And you heard it first from the Bad Dog. Back in the day, I should play with the Giants. No, thank you. Too old. Way too old to be playing football. I wasn't good when I was young. But that's good. Indeed. That's usually how it goes, Chris. You know that. People are all over the place. Danny Dumpoff, so that's kind of what I figure he'll get. I think he'll get something like that. I think the Giants will offer him something like that. Now, he may depend again, depending on what he does in the postseason. If he has a really good run in the postseason and he takes the Giants to the Super Bowl, I mean, then he could be talking about a ton. He's got nothing to lose either, right? I mean, he's playing with house money as well. He's already, no matter what he does, he could throw 4 interceptions in this game tomorrow, and he would have locked in that type of contract that you're talking about. Now, if he goes out and has 3 great games on the way to the Super Bowl, then you could be talking about franchise quarterback money. But we'll see. Yeah, that Seahorn jersey. But yeah, Daniel, I think that he's in that area. I think it's a Derek Carr, Ryan Tannehill type of offer from the Giants. I don't know if anybody else will offer more. They could. I mean, who knows? It'll be an interesting offseason to see what we do. The Seahorn jersey, that's older than a lot of people in my chat. I bought that 25 years ago. That jersey I bought in 1997. But yes, I wore the old Seahorn jersey. That was vintage, bad dog. Definitely was. Definitely was. Felix, how can I be the man when you're the man? I did end up winning my fantasy league, yes. Well, what happened was this. The guy we were playing against for the championship, technically beat us. He had 139 points. We had 128. We have Joe Burrow on our team. Joe Burrow needed 5 points in 51 minutes of football for us to be the champions. So what we decided to do, me and my buddy got the better share of the money. We got more money than he did. He also took the worst draft pick going into next season. We just decided we'll put an asterisk next to we all end up on a plaque. All the champions end up on a plaque. We just decided we would put an asterisk there and have co-championships. But in all actuality, we won. We won. Number 8's better than Herbie and Goldilocks. He's getting closer. I don't know if I'd say he's better. I'll tell you what, LA, the way Trevor Lawrence bounced back tonight, that tells you a lot about his heart and his resolve. It really does. He threw 4 interceptions in the first half. I mean, he could have hung his head. He could have quit. He could have said, the hell with this. But he didn't. I mean, he's come back, and Jacksonville's right back in this game. I mean, they're driving again. They're down by 10. I knew that it could have been worse at the end of the first half. But I think both of these guys are great. And I think Daniel Jones took a big step towards that. And I think he's only going to get better. With another year under this system and getting him a wide receiver and getting him an offensive line and all this other stuff, I definitely think. Danny wins a playoff game or two. I agree. Definitely agree. Because I think that even without a playoff game, he might not get quite 35, but he's going to make around 30, give or take a few million. I'm thinking 32 million a year is probably what he could get. At the beginning of the year, I never thought I'd be saying it. I never thought I'd be sitting there going, yeah, they're going to give him a contract, because it just didn't seem like, he had nothing in his favor. Who's my favorite Giants coach? Well, Bill Parcells. I grew up in the Parcells era, so Bill Parcells is my favorite coach of all time. That's definitely my favorite. I grew up in that. I grew up in the Belichick Parcells era in the 80s, so it's definitely my guy. No question about it. Yeah, Chris. I mean, Wandale, that was his first game where he battled injury most of the year. Then he was healthy that game. He had 100 yards receiving before that happened. So, yeah, he could be really nice in the slot going forward. Jacksonville's going to score another touchdown, man. This game is not over. I knew it wasn't. So, this is going to go down to the wire. There's no question about that. You need a field goal. You need a field goal right now. Their field goal range puts them down by 7. And they're going to get more than that because Evan Ingram's got the ball, and he's going to get inside the 10 or right around the 10. This game is definitely not over. I could see Los Angeles choking this game away, honestly. Definitely could. Definitely could. I don't know why he didn't play like that for us, Deer Slayer. It would have been nice to have him catch the ball. He didn't catch anything for us. He's been awesome for these guys down the stretch. Big part of the reason they won 4 in a row and won the division. Lawrence throws, and that should have been a flag. Looked like Ingram was held. It looked like Ingram was held on that. Ingram wanted a flag. Lawrence wanted a flag. Looked like he was held to me. Listen, that's what was so frustrating about Evan Ingram, man. We all knew the guy had so much talent. He was fast as hell. He had good size. That should have been a flag. But he just couldn't catch it here. He just had to catch it. It's not like he played bad. He was always open. He just couldn't complete the catch for some reason. Yeah, we'd always cheer when he caught a fight because he just never caught the ball. That's another touchdown. Christian Kirk. Los Angeles is going to lose this game. Los Angeles is going to lose this game, man. I called it. I said it on Twitter, man. I said it on Twitter. I knew this was not over. LA, man, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you, my friend. Brilly, 24 years, easy for me to say. 24 years old, grew up with Eli and Coughlin. Those boys were at their peak. 2011 made me a permanent Giants fan, and Eli, my favorite player. Oh, so you're young, just 24. Feels so good to be back to relevancy. Danny and Dave's reminding me of Eli and Tom. It is amazing, LA. I don't know if you were in here when I did the video, when I showed that short video. And I lost sight of that myself with Daniel Jones. I lost sight of how important a head coach is for a young quarterback. I lost sight of that when I doubted Daniel Jones. Because right in that video, the Giants are not good in 2019. But right in that video, when I was at that game against the Jets, and I said, if you get Daniel Jones an offensive line and a real coach, he's going to be dangerous in the NFL. Well, they're working on the offensive line. Looks like they're going to have their bookend tackles. The interior line still needs some work. But there's no question about it. He's got a real coach. And look at him now. And I think he's only going to get better. So that's a good thing. But it is nice to have him back to relevancy. I mean, I'm almost twice your age, LA, and it's been a long time. And it's nice to see them back to relevancy for me, even though I'm old enough to remember all of the Super Bowls. So I'm happy to see that myself. But I lost sight of that. I lost sight of how important a coach was. Oh, Nick Bosa pissed. He is. Listen, Los Angeles is choking this thing away. Now they're going to go for 2. This is totally a Doug Peterson thing to do. Totally a Dougie P thing to do. This is obviously huge. Obviously, this is huge. They're going to go for 2. I'll be honest, I don't like this. I know it's at the 1 yard line. I don't like it, though, because if you don't get it, you're a touchdown behind. You have all the momentum. I don't know why you wouldn't just do it where a field goal could tie it up. But Lawrence made it, reached over and got it. This 30-20. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And you know what that's about? I'm gonna tell you guys and girls what that's about. That's about Vegas. That right there, that's about Las Vegas. Because the Chargers are a 2.5-point favorite in this game. So somebody that said the NFL is scripted, I don't believe it's scripted, but I definitely believe there's some kind of pull between Vegas and the NFL. I definitely believe there's something to betting and the way the points are done in the NFL. I don't deny that. I do believe there is something to that. 30-26, 5 minutes to go. You go for 2 when you don't need to. You know, you kick a field goal, you're down by 3. You can tie the game with a field goal. Your team's been playing well. You don't make that, you need a touchdown to win. That's shady to me. Los Angeles was a 2.5-point favorite, and Jacksonville just went for two, down 30-26. It doesn't matter if it's at the 1 yard line or not. That's weird. It's weird. Dashy, my friend, thank you for the $4.20 super chat. 420 crew, you know what to do. Smoke them because you got them. 420 from Dashy. Says, don't you hate it when there's laundry on a field? Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. Christopher says, I can't stand Dashy when the officials decide a game with the flags in any sport. You know, the fouls or the strike zone in the MLB, you know. Christopher says, Vegas and the officials, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. That type of thing right there, that always sends up signals to me that I know the ball was at the 1 yard line, but in that situation, it doesn't make a lot of sense to go for two. It just doesn't. Jags are coming back. I didn't turn off the TV. Look at my tweet. You look at the last tweet I had. This was at 9:50 p.m. at halftime, just as they were going into the half. I said, Jacksonville, 5 turnovers in the first half. Could be a lot worse than 27-7. Going to be tough, but they fought all season. Wouldn't count them out just yet. I'm telling you, man. They're bringing everybody, too. Yep, Jacksonville's definitely the aggressor in this one. There's a speaker in every helmet. Oh, no, I know, Jack. I'm just saying, you're right. That's why you don't turn the TV off, especially in the postseason. Benjamin, I am doing the Lakers tomorrow, yes. I am. I'm going to do the Giants game, do my post game, then do the Lakers. Luckily, I'm off on Monday. I get a rest because tomorrow's going to be a long day. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, man. A long day. And they're not even close. Jacksonville's going to win this game, man. I'm telling you right now. And that 2-point conversion, that is Vegas. That is all about Las Vegas. All about it. It's all about Vegas. I'm telling you right now. That was very weird. I didn't see Odell Beckham on the plane. I really don't care, Don. He doesn't matter. Odell Beckham's not going to be a Giant. So I don't really care what Odell Beckham does. Like it's not that big of a deal to me. So I still never watched it. Again, I don't think it matters what he does. I don't think he's going to come here. I really don't. There was always a part of me that thought he would retire a Giant, but now I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I knew he wasn't coming here this year, and I knew he wasn't going to come here next year. And listen, he might be done playing in the NFL. So welcome Sean Payton to the Chargers. Very possible. Very possible. LA man, thank you again, brother. I appreciate you. Brilly. He says, I don't believe the players themselves do scripted plays, but the game is definitely rigged to a certain extent by the refs. I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. We're definitely paid off by Vegas and the mob got to overcome the Zebras. I completely agree. I also don't believe that the players have a lot to do with it, but I do believe the officials do. Because I'll be honest, man, I guess Bosa was on the field when he took his helmet off because I've seen players spike their helmet, never had anything called there. Yeah, I just with the Beckham thing, I don't care. If he was a Giant, I would care. But I just can't. I don't think he's going to be a Giant. I just don't. So, first down, Jacksonville. Yep. I'm telling you, man. I called it. I called it. Los Angeles, they've done this a lot. The Chargers do this a lot. Yeah, Herbert's good, Hirsch. I like Herbert a lot. But Los Angeles chokes a lot. Look at Trevor. This is a kid that walloped Alabama in the national championship game 44-16 when he was a true freshman at Clemson. So you know the spotlight's not too big for him at all. Jason Tatum just got a tech for clapping. He missed his shot and clap because he was frustration. Refs gave him a tech. Yeah, the officials are sensitive, man. A lot of technical fouls being called. I just think the officiating in all sports is horrible. It's always been bad, but I swear it's at like an all-time worse right now. Yeah, I really believe that. I really believe it's just it's an all-time worse. Tell you the winning numbers, Alfonso? I mean, I couldn't tell you the winning numbers. I didn't say Jackson was going to win the game. I just said don't count him out. That was what I said. And they're across midfield, so they're about to take this to the 2-minute warning. They have all 3 timeouts. They're about to win this game 31-30. Yeah, Odell Beckham's not coming here, LaRossi. I'd be shocked if he ever ended up coming here. Oh, that's going to be first. Well, not quite a first down, but 1:56 to go. Chargers also used 2 of their timeouts, so. Power going out in the Chargers. Power going out on Charger S. I don't know what you mean, Mike. You're glad to see? Yeah, the first playoff game. Well, the first playoff game kind of went according to plan. I knew this one wasn't over. Like I said, as a Giants fan, man, I watched this team. The Jacksonville was dead against us. And Barkley went out of bounds a couple of times, and they had a chance, and we stopped them at the 1. That game was huge. If we don't win that game, we're not in the playoffs right now. Exactly, Mr. Mayor. If the Chargers blow this, it would be the most Charger thing ever. And they're going to blow this. They're going to blow it. When Jacksonville scored that touchdown at the end of the half, the end of the first half, I knew at that point, I'm like, this could have been a lot worse. They're only down by 3 touchdowns. They have a high-powered offense. Los Angeles defense is no good. And you get up big like that, a lot of times you kind of let up. And they've scored 3 points in the half. That's it. They scored 27 points. They left a lot of opportunities on the board. I mean, they kicked a lot of field goals. That when they didn't get the touchdown, when the punt hit that gunner in the head, and Los Angeles recovered on the 5 and didn't score a touchdown, I'm like, that could come back to get them. And it has. 2nd and 5. Let's see what Herbert does. They're going to run with ATN, and he's going to get 4. Almost 5. Got a really good spot. So he's about a third of a yard short, about a foot short. Yeah, exactly. How are you up that big and not use Eckler? They don't run. That was not a good throw. Why? I don't know why they're running, why they're throwing there. LA Lou, thank you for the super chat, man. Brilly, thank you so much. He said, prediction if the Chargers lose, Brandon Staley is out, Sean Payton's in, he brings Vic Fangio, I think he meant to say, with him. I won and 220 in the Mega Millions. $220 or $220 million. If you won $220 million, I don't think you'd be here. That's awesome, though, LA Lou. Anytime you win any kind of money, I never win on lottery tickets. But, yeah, this guy's going to be gone. You can't choke away a huge lead like that. But they did. They have to go for it, Mr. Mayor. They have to. It gets the game. They don't make it. They don't get it. My favorite moment as a Giants fan, Donnie, when Matt Barr hit the field goal against San Francisco in the 1990 NFC Championship game. That is definitely my favorite moment. That's the one that always sticks out to me. That always sticks out to me was that. ATN. And that's ball game. The Los Angeles Chargers choke away a 27-0 lead and are going to lose. Told you, like I said, I tweeted it out. I'm going to retweet it, just say, see, once in a while I get some things right. LA Lou, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Really, really. This is tight with $220. Even if I win it all, I appreciate that, LA Lou. I appreciate it, my friend. But still, $220 is awesome. I'm always just happy to cash a ticket. If I get $5, I'm happy. I get $5. Yep, no way, 27-0. They just blew that play up. Who would be in the NFC East? I mean, I don't know, David. I don't know because you have the NFC North. So the Packers, Lions, Bears, I mean, they're not going to be in the NFC East. I don't know. I think the teams are there. I mean, Dallas obviously wouldn't be. Maybe Carolina. Is that the farthest north team in the East outside of Washington? I mean, maybe Carolina. Maybe you could put Carolina there instead of Dallas. Well, here we go. This is for the win. And I told you that 2-point conversion, that was all about Las Vegas. All about Vegas. Now they have a timeout. Well, Los Angeles has a timeout to freeze them, and I'm sure they'll use it. But, yep, I'm telling you, man, that 2-point conversion, that was all about Vegas. All about Vegas. Very interesting. Let's see if they call a timeout. They do. We'll see what happens. Yeah, don't pull a Cody Parkey. Well, that would suck. They come all the way back. Largest comeback wins, 32 points against the Oilers. That one I remember. I went to the mall with my buddies and said, we were joking around saying, imagine if the Bills came back and won, which they did. And then I remember that Colts-Chiefs game. That was a damn good one. Yeah, Daboll's the man. Daboll is the man. Well, let's see. It's a 36-yard field goal attempt. Snap, spot, kick. He made it. Barely made it. Los Angeles chokes it away. Oh, there's a penalty. Hold on a second. Giants fans, hold on a second. Oh, it was against them. Yep. So there you go. Pretty amazing. Congratulations to the Jacksonville Jaguars. No quitting that team. All year, they were 4-8 or whatever. They were 5-8. They had a huge winning streak at the end. Trevor Lawrence was playing great. And typical Chargers. Typical Chargers, man. You played not to lose. That's exactly what happened. You cannot ever, especially in the NFL playoffs, you cannot take your foot off the accelerator. Cannot happen. You have got to continue to just pound your opponent into oblivion. You cannot give them a breath in the postseason because that's what happens. Go Eagles, thank you for the super chat. Brandon Staley is one of the worst, if not the worst head coach in the NFL. He just proved that, my friend. He just proved that. He just proved that. That was a horrible job. Horrible. I don't know how you do that, especially in the postseason, man. Brandon Staley's definitely going to be gone. Definitely. Definitely going to be gone. Definitely going to be wrong. I'm just glad I didn't bet the spread on that game. I bet the over, which that hit. Sean Payton has entered the chat. Yes, he did. Sean Payton will be there. They were talking about that at halftime, and they were up 27-7. So it's all good. That's got to be rough. That has to be rough, man. That's a tough loss. That's a tough loss. Listen, as a Giants fan, I know this. I mean, Giants fans, if you're old enough to remember that 2002 game against the 49ers, we know we were up 38-14 in the third quarter. And we lost that game 39-38. It's never freaking over until it's over. Never. It's never over. It just isn't. I don't think that was unlucky, James. I think that they just got outplayed. I think that that's what happened. Yeah, he did. He did, young Hendricks. He felt secure. You know, he felt secure, and they let off the gas pedal. And that's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. Yeah, you probably got to be around 30 at least to remember that loss to the San Francisco 49ers in 2002. Because that was rough. That was a bad loss. That was a bad loss. Long passes just moved. Yup. Giants better learn from that. Well, hopefully we're up that big. That'd be great if we ever got up that big. I don't think we will get up that, but that'd be awesome. But like I said, man, I knew that game wasn't over. I knew it. Seen this crap. I watched football too long. Trevor Lawrence had 4 interceptions in the first half. He had 4 touchdowns in the second half. The kid doesn't quit. There's no quit. And if you're a Jacksonville fan, you watch that heroic performance when he was looking horrible in that first half. 4 interceptions. Now, one of them should have been a pass interference anyway. But, that was bad. And, Nick Bosa had a lot to do with that by getting that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, because if he doesn't get that, they don't go for 2. No, that's not the biggest comeback in NFL playoff history, Chris. It's the 3rd largest. Buffalo came back on Houston in 1992. They were down 35-3. Because I remember Chris Dishman picking off a pass by Jim Kelly and running it. It might have even been Frank Reich at that time. Jim Kelly was pulled out of that game. Chris Dishman picked off a pass. It was 35-3. Me and my buddies went to the mall, and we started laughing, going, can you imagine if Buffalo came back and won that game? We came back to find out Steve Christie hit an overtime field goal, and they won 41-38. And then 2013, the Colts came back down 28 against the Chiefs. So this was the 3rd largest comeback in the history of the playoffs. But regardless, massive comeback. LA Lou, thank you for the super chat. Sean Payton gets a young quarterback, a young team, and Vic Fangio gets Joey Bosa. Payton would have Joey Bosa, not Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa's the 49ers. Payton would have been the Rams head coach if McVay left, which he's not. Yeah, there's no question. Staley's gone. You lose a game like that, that isn't going to endear you to anybody. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is a turnover machine. He only threw 8 interceptions the entire year. He just had a bad half. He had a bad half of football. But you know what? At the end of the day, he came back and led his team to victory. He never quit. And that's what you want to see. You want to see young quarterbacks showing a lot of resolve. And you always knew he had it. If you watch that as a true freshman taking on an absolute juggernaut in Alabama who never lost, and seeing what he did to Alabama as a true freshman under the lights, not scared of Alabama, not scared of the stage, and completely, excelled in that situation. That's exactly why I tweeted what I did at halftime, because I know Trevor Lawrence and the Jags are not going to quit. That's a hell of a win for that team. And Doug Peterson, man, that's insane. You want to brush Trevor's hair? Yeah. I just wish I could grow hair like Trevor Lawrence. That'd be amazing. I can grow it out of my face. I can't grow it out of my head anymore. Brandon, go for it on fourth ever. Yeah, he sucks. He's terrible. He's bad. But listen, I knew it was coming. Like I said, once in a while, I get one right. Once in a while. So it is what it is. Charger coach will be fired. Elvis, there is no question. No question about it. He's gone. Trevor doesn't even, I don't think Trevor needs to brush his hair. I think it's just naturally like that. So, no. But, yeah, once in a while, man, I do. I get one right once in a while. And that was so this is going to be good. Poor Herbert. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, their head coach sucks. This is why, coaching is such an underrated aspect. It's such an underrated aspect of football. Giants fans, we should know this better than anybody, looking at the previous head coaches we've had here with McAdoo, Shermer, Joe Judge, and looking at what Brian Daboll's done with arguably less talent than any of those coaches had, not counting when Daniel Jones got hurt. I mean, Joe Judge didn't have much he could do with Jake Fromm. I mean, let's be honest, there was pretty bad. But, McAdoo had Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard, he had Eli Manning. And you look at Shermer, he also had Odell Beckham. He had Saquon Barkley, Sterling Shepard, Eli Manning, and they won 6 games that year. And then in 2019, he had Golden Tate. He had, what the hell else did he have? Sterling Shepard's been there the whole time. I forgot. But they had better talent than Richie James and David Sills and Marcus Johnson. And they pick up Isaiah Hodgins off the scrap heap and all this other stuff. So Brian Daboll's done a good job, but this just goes to show you it's such an underrated aspect, especially in the postseason. Better coaching's going to win. You can say whatever you want about Doug Peterson. Sometimes I think he does some crazy things, but he's a much better coach than Staley. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl, so Doug Peterson knows how to coach. Doug Peterson wasn't about to sit here and panic, and he didn't. And even though his quarterback, is a younger guy, you can't count them out, man. Gerard, man, thank you for the super chat. Formerly MP97. That was insane. Coaching is crucial. It's very crucial. Extremely important. Staley's got to be fired. Amazing guy. There's no question. You can't blow a 27-point lead in the postseason and not get your ass fired. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen. So it is what it is. I don't know why Evan Ingham could catch now, Rob. I don't know. I don't know why he couldn't catch with us. I don't know why he couldn't. But that was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad. That's not the way you want to. That was not good. Not good. Not good. So I don't know, but I'm excited. Like I said, this is just the calm before the storm. Tomorrow, I'm ready to go. It's insane. No, I'm definitely not doing a 24-hour stream today, Floyd. I can tell you that. Kylie, my lady, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it very much. She says, Chargers chose Staley over Dayballs last year. Thank God. Thank God they did. Thank God they did. I'm glad that they didn't take him. So it is what it is. That was a good game. That was a damn good game. But I knew that wasn't over, man. You just gotta sit. You just gotta watch it. You just gotta watch it. I knew it wasn't over. It's insane. We can't have that. Giants can't have that. Can't make mistakes. And no matter what the lead is, like I said, you cannot take your foot off the gas pedal. You have to keep doing what you did in the first half. But somebody mentioned it. Why the hell aren't you running Austin Eckler in the second half if you're in Los Angeles? It's horrible. It was horrible. It's crazy. So, don't sleep in. Well, we don't sleep. Well, I'm going to be leaving soon, probably myself. I didn't know Chris was live. I thought Chris was going live tomorrow. I thought he was going live tomorrow before the game. I didn't even know he was going live. Normally, it pops up on my thing that he scheduled a live stream. I didn't even know that he was live. I thought he was doing it tomorrow. I wouldn't have even gone live today. But crazy. You're staying up all night. I'll tell you what, I'm going to sleep like a baby. I'm going to sleep very well tonight. I always do on Saturday because today's my, my cheat day for my diet. So I'm always very full, not hungry. When you're hungry, a lot of times you don't sleep good. Saturdays, I always sleep really good. Sleep in on Sunday, ready to go. It's a 4 o'clock game. 4:30, I should say. We'll be live at 4 o'clock, but I'm definitely going to sleep good. So we'll see. I'm definitely nervous, Umar. I am definitely nervous. There's no question. I mean, it's anxiousness, nervousness, all that good stuff. But I'll be really nervous tomorrow when the thing stops or when the thing, when we start. I'll be very nervous about it. Always am. We don't get a lot of playoff games here, and I want to win. I always want to win. Always. It's all I care about. I don't care about the stats. I don't care about who puts up what numbers. I don't care about how many sacks we get, how many turnovers. I don't care how many yards Daniel Jones throws for. I don't care about any of it. I don't care about any of it at all. I just want to win. The only stat I care about is having more points in Minnesota. Cousins going to retire after tomorrow, Davey? Let's hope so, man. I hope that we force him into retirement by kicking his ass. That's what I hope for. That's what I'm hoping for. So, I don't know. Jefferson, 200 yards and 3 touchdowns? Probably not. Probably not. It's probably not going to happen. 15 sacks on Cousins? That's probably not going to happen either, but that would be great if that happened. That would be great if that happened. Yeah, that was a crazy game. Lunch break. I tweeted it out at halftime. This game ain't over. I said it's going to be tough, but don't count them out, man. So, I think so too. I hope so. Amazing guy. I hope Tibbs and Aziz both have big games, because if we can get there with 4, we're going to be in really good shape. And I think we can. Their line's beat up. Aziz Ojulari's been a beast when he's been healthy. Thibodeau's been amazing the last month of the season. So I definitely think that we got a really good opportunity to put a lot of pressure on Kirk Cousins and force turnovers. Uncle Charles, I am confident that we're going to win. I'm still nervous. I mean, I'm always nervous in playoffs. I mean, this is life or death. This is do or die. You lose, there's no tomorrow. So I'm always nervous. It's the way I am. I'm nervous when the Yankees are in the playoffs, even when it's the best of 7. Like game 7s, I'm always extremely nervous. The Knicks haven't been in many game 7s as of late, but in the 90s, I mean, the Knicks played a ton of game 7s. Tons. In 94, they played, 3 series. They were game 7. They had, against the Bulls, it was a game 7. Against the Pacers, it was a game 7. Against the Rockets, it was a game 7. Those do or die games, man, they're crazy. And every football game is a game 7. Every football playoff game is a game 7. You win, you move on. You lose, you go home. So I'm confident. I mean, I think we're going to beat Minnesota. I said that. I have us winning the game 24-21. I do think we're going to win. I wanted another shot at Minnesota. We got it. And I do. I think that we're going to move on. And I think that we're going to win the game. But I'm still going to be nervous. I'll be nervous. The reply, unless we get up the way we did against Indianapolis, if we're up by 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, I'll feel pretty good then. I'll feel pretty good. Or I'll feel pretty good if we're up by 10 and we have the ball like 2 minutes to go. That'll make me feel good too. I'd feel really good about that. No question about it. So I'm hopeful. Don't matter if the Vikings scare you or not, you're still going down. I don't think so. But you never know. How many Super Bowls do the Vikings have? They don't have any. They're in elite territory when it comes to that. Where did that go? Where did that comment go? I wanted to bring that up. I don't see where the hell I went. But yeah, Thomas. Yes. Dave never won a Super Bowl. That has not happened. And they, as a matter of fact, the Minnesota Vikings have played some of the worst. They played some of the worst Super Bowls in the history of mankind. They really weren't competitive in any of them. Maybe the Steelers in 74, Super Bowl 9, they were down 2-0 at the half. Minnesota's never scored a point in the first half in any Super Bowl of all 4 of them they played. Isn't that crazy? They trailed 16-0 against the Chiefs, 2-0 against the Steelers. They trailed, I think, 16 or 19-0 against the Raiders. What's the other one they were in? And they were getting killed by the Dolphins. I think they were losing 17-0 against the Dolphins. Like, it was just, they got run over in the Super Bowl. Minnesota did. They ran into some of the greatest teams ever. Now, I do feel like that they should have beat the Chiefs in 69, but then you run into the Dolphins dynasty, you run into the beginning of the Steelers dynasty, and the 76 Raiders are one of the greatest teams ever. The year that Minnesota had an opportunity was 98, and they blew it. They blew it in 98 because Gary Anderson, who hadn't missed a field goal all year, missed a chip shot, and then Atlanta went down and scored the game-tying touchdown and ended up winning. The best Savage, yes, thank you for super chat. Appreciate you, my friend. Better, I seriously don't know how I'll sleep, man. I'm 18 years old and I've had to deal with awful, painful season for 6 years. So nervous. Go G, man. See, if you're young, like Savage here, I get you not being able to sleep. I understand that. The anxiety, ready to go. It's a 4:00 game that makes it even worse. But yeah, I know. Again, I've been through all these, so I'm not gonna have a hard time sleeping. Tomorrow, I probably win or lose. I'll have a hard time. I'll either be way too pumped up because we won, or I'll be really upset that we lost. So tomorrow, I think I'll have the harder time sleeping. Luckily, I'm off on Monday, but Tomorrow, today, I'm not going. You can tell I'm tired already. Kenny Galladay, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen against Kenny Galladay. So we'll see. It's funny to laugh at the Chargers that they get eliminated. Auto playoff wildcard contention. The worst part is the head coach. Yeah, he's going to be gone. He's going to be gone. No, Peter, 3 days is not enough to see results in anything when you're dieting. Not at all. 3 days is not close. You're never going to see results in 3 days. That's the problem with dieting. People expect results in 3 days. You're not going to see that. You don't see anything in 3 days. You'll see something in 3 months. You're not going to see anything in 3 days. You'll see more in 3 years. But 3 days, no. You're never going to see any results in 3 days. Especially doing keto. That's unless you're just looking to lose 20 pounds for a class reunion or a wedding or something, and you just want to drop 20 pounds. That's what keto is used for. Keto should never be used for dieting or for losing weight. It just shouldn't be. You can't sustain that. You should always have a diet that you can sustain for the rest of your life, not for 3 months. You can't live your life without carbohydrates. You need carbs. You don't need to have simple carbs, simple sugars, crap like glucose and fructose. Sugar, no, bad. Bad carbs. Potatoes, pasta, rice, fruits, veggies, good carbs. Good carbs. But to sit there and completely eliminate carbs out of your diet, it's not sustainable. You're not going to do that. When you're losing weight, it's something you need to do for the rest of your life. Again, I got to put that on my fitness channel. Losing weight is not a resolution. It's a lifestyle. You can't just go, I want to lose 40 pounds, and then you lose 40 pounds. And then what do you do? Even if you got to that point, because a lot of people don't even get to losing 40 pounds. If you did, what do you do then? Well, I made it. You think you can just stop? You think you can just stop eating right and exercising? And it's just going to stay off? Nope. Then it becomes more difficult because then you got to maintain it for the rest of your life. That's the way it goes. Like I said, just look at the little short that I have there. You can see I'm like 60 pounds heavier in that video. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Definitely a way of life. It is. It is. It's just your lifestyle. Chris, I talked about this before. I didn't watch a video. I honestly don't care. It doesn't matter to me. If he was a Giant or he was going to be a Giant or the Giants had signed him, I would care. But doesn't really have anything to do with us. So I don't really care what. I don't know. I just wasn't interested by it at all. I don't know. So it is what it is. Let's go, man. OBJ is gone. That he is. Let's all just eat low calorie and exercise more. How's that worked out for America? I mean, again, people can do whatever makes them happy. I don't care what people eat, what people do. I'm not concerned about what other people do. I don't care. I care what I do. That's what I care about. I care what I do. Anybody else can eat whatever they want, drink whatever they want. Somebody asks me for advice, I'm going to give you the advice that I know. But I don't care what people do. I don't care. You can smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day and eat a gallon of ice cream for breakfast. It doesn't matter to me. Everybody's different. Whatever makes you happy, that's what you should do. That's just a fact. Do I think Collins is staying next year? I mean, it depends on what kind of contract he's looking for. It's possible. We have a lot of other guys that we got to try to lock up, but it's definitely possible. You know. So I don't know. They get the victory scotch tomorrow. It would probably be amaretto if we win. Amarettos are that's used for the playoffs. That's used for the playoffs. Used for the playoffs. So, Dire Giants fan, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. I know you're pumped up for the game tomorrow. I'm pumped up for the game tomorrow. Amaretto is where it's at. We got it right here. Ready to go. Hopefully, we can get it done. That is where it's at. What jersey am I wearing tomorrow? I don't know if I'm wearing a jersey tomorrow. I might just wear a t-shirt. I don't know. If I wear anything, it'll probably be if I wear a jersey tomorrow, it'll probably be McKinney. I started the year with the McKinney jersey, and we won in Tennessee. So I'm pretty sure I wore the McKinney jersey when we clinched against Indianapolis. So I think that I'll go with that one. That's going to be probably my thing. We opened the season with a win with the McKinney jersey on, and we clinched. So looking for it. You're cracking a bottle of Maker's Mark. Let's go, Adam. I'm all about post-victory. I'm all about those post-drink celebrations as long as you're 21 or over. Oh, get that done. Alejandro, yeah, Staley's definitely gone. Staley is definitely gone. Thomas, you're right. This is the first time in a long time we've had most of our guys healthy. So let's get it done. Let's do it. We're in a brand new LT throwback for the game. Sweet. Well, you can't go wrong with Lawrence Taylor, man. Do we get drunk before to get? I mean, you said you do you, man. Whatever makes you happy, you do whatever you got to do. Do I like the Serrano? That's the amaretto that I have. Indeed, I do. So we'll see. Make sure I don't ever put my pinky finger up. Philly 500 drinks with the pinky finger up. So I do too. Amazing guy. I have a good feeling. You're wearing your Color Rush Tibbs jersey. That's a sweet one, Elizabeth. I don't have a Tibbs jersey. I have the classic McKinney. I bought that. Like I said, all the Tiki Barber talk, though, man. Last couple of times, I'm like, I got to buy a Tiki Barber jersey. That's what I got to do. Andy, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Brilly, he says. I don't think I even opened this today. He says, big day tomorrow. Let's go. Huge day. Biggest day for the Giants franchise in a long time. Long time, man. I'm pumped up. I hope all you guys and girls are there for that stream tomorrow. It'll be fun. Chris and I haven't got to do a playoff stream together. It's going to be great. I hope we set some records for viewership in that one. That'd be cool. We haven't got to do that together. As a matter of fact, most of us we haven't really had many meaningful games. This year we've had more meaningful games in this season than we've had in the last 5 years combined. So it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. Yeah, no doubt that our Giants fan. I mean, if we win the turnover battle, we're definitely going to win. I think as long as we don't lose it, even if we play it even if we're even in the turnover battle, I think we can beat Minnesota. I think we can. So, I don't know. Just had a vid up, but Hutchinson tweaked his ankle. Oh, Hodgins? Hodgins is fine. He's fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that. He's going to be okay. Samuel, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. He says, super chat, just because Bad Dog, you are the man. Big day tomorrow. Let's go, G-Man. Well, Samuel, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that very much. But how the hell can I be the man when you're the man? But thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. And I see you got the Lakers hat on, and I'll be live for the Lakers right after, well, not exactly after the Giants, but the Lakers play at 9:30 tomorrow, so we'll be live at 9:15. Like I said, it's going to be a long day for me. I can be really pumped up during that Lakers stream if we win, and I may have a broken heart as well. Hopefully that's not the case. Space Odyssey or Space Oddity, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Brilly. Dable is coach of the year. I don't know how anybody could vote for anybody else. Nobody did more or less than Coach Dable. Nobody gave the Giants a chance. And here we are. And we'll see. Do I want to start, Ben? Do I want to start with the ball? I always like to defer. I always like our defensive unit to be out there. You want your best unit out there. Now, the offense has played well, but I always like to, I'm a defensive guy, so I always want to see the defense first. And I just feel like our defense can really get to Kirk Cousins tomorrow. And I if our defense can get out there and get a 3-and-out or get a turnover, kind of like the Chargers did tonight. Now, we can't sit there and blow a huge lead like the Chargers did. But that's the type of start you want the Giants to get off to. Now, Brian Dable's a really good coach. He's not going to do what Staley did. So that's the type of start you want to get off to. I actually came down here. I came down to set the stream up. When I came upstairs, I saw they had the ball. I said to my wife upstairs, I goes, because my wife was watching the game with me. My wife's not a big football fan at all. And even she was like, did he just throw another interception? Another interception? And I came down here and I didn't realize he'd thrown a fourth, but I came up there and go, did he throw another interception? And she's like, yeah, he did. I couldn't believe he had 4 completions and 4 interceptions at one point. A la Craig Morton in the 77 Super Bowl. Craig Morton was 4 for 15 with 4 interceptions against Dallas. So we'll see. We'll see. I hope you're right, Davey. I hope we blow them out of the water. I don't want a close game. I think it will be close. Both of these teams play close games all year. We played a very close game the last time we played. I don't see why it'd be any different, but man, oh man, I'd love to have this game in control, control this game like 8 minutes ago in the fourth quarter. I'd love to be up in this game like 27-17 in the fourth quarter, having the ball like 7 minutes to go and driving down the field. Like I would love that. That would be an ideal situation. Or be up 38-10. That'd be ideal too. Or 38-3, whatever the hell we were up on the Colts. That'd be great too. So, Greeny for Long Island. Yeah, we're as healthy as we've been in a while. We're as healthy as we've been in a while. Gun Towing says ground and pound. You're going to see you'll see a lot more running in this game. We came out and threw the ball a lot against, Minnesota the first game. I think you'll see us run more in this one. I don't think we're not going to throw it all because Daniel Jones did throw for 334 yards, and it's obvious you could pass against them. But I do think you're going to see Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones have a lot more runs in this game. Especially if they could get Barkley going early, because then that's going to open up the RPO for Daniel Jones. We'll see. If you're Herbert, you leave the Chargers. Well, I think Herbert's going to go where the money is. I don't think the Chargers would ever let that guy walk. I don't think he'd ever let him walk. But we'll see. I don't know. The media disrespect is crazy for us, says Kobe. They act like the Giants are this hot team. The Giants are hot. They've lost what? They've lost 7 out of their last Q0 games? I don't know exactly what you mean there. I don't know if anybody disrespects a team. The media disrespects a team more than they disrespect the Giants. I don't think anybody's disrespecting Minnesota. I think what people are looking at is the fact that you have a beat-up offensive line. The Giants are healthy for the first time all year. Our defense is really solid. We didn't have a Dory Jackson or Xavier McKinney the first time we played you. We turned the ball over twice inside your 20. And with all of that happening, it still took you guys a 61-yard field goal to beat us. So I don't think it's disrespect. I think people look at the matchup and go, it's very evenly matched. We didn't get blown out by the Packers. The Eagles beat us bad the first time that they played us. Other than that, man, we didn't lose 40-3 to Dallas. We weren't down 33-0 to Indianapolis. You know, the teams did not run all over us, man. Teams ran over Minnesota. And they won so many close games, and they got blown out in a few games. And again, they had a miracle against Buffalo. The Indianapolis is terrible. They blew a 33-point lead. It's not disrespect. It's just these two teams are evenly matched. Giants are playing better than Minnesota down the stretch. I don't think it's disrespect at all. I think that's just the way it is. And I think it's 50-50. I don't see people like, oh, the Giants. Giants fans are going to be confident. I don't know why we shouldn't be confident. Thought we played you guys good enough to win the last time we played. We'll see what happens. It would have went in overtime. We were winning if it went into overtime, Jack. There's no question about it. Giants had all the momentum in that game. Would have went in overtime. The Giants were going to win in overtime. You needed that 61-yarder to win. You needed it. This is true. Cousins does choke. That's why the Giants got to get to him early and often. Don't let Kirk Cousins get comfortable. Make Kirk Cousins move around, hit Kirk Cousins early and often, and make him get rid of that ball quicker than he thinks to, because you can rattle him. And yeah, the Giants know him well. He played for the Commanders. He played for the Redskins. Whatever. The Giants know. It might not be the same players, but I mean, we know what Kirk Cousins is. We know what he is. So we'll see. We'll see. Look at the media right now. I don't look at the entire media. I don't see everybody picking the Giants. There's more people picking the Giants now than they probably would have been. But like I said, there's a reason for that. If you want, look at the way the teams played down the stretch. You look at the first time he played you. You look at your offensive line. It's beat up. It's not good. You look at our defensive front. It's good. We got two really good pass rushers. We got two really good interior linemen. Got a shot. You know? So, well, we'll see. I just hope the Giants win this, man. I hope they win so bad. I want to win. I want to win, and I want to win where I don't have to sweat it out, and I don't need to die at the end of it. But listen, guys, girls, I'm going to get out of here. It is 12:08, so I want to get out of here. I just wanted to come on and hang out. Like I said, the calm before the storm. I will not be a calm dog tomorrow. I can tell you that. I will be fired up, ready to go, nervous, anxious, but pumped up, excited, all that good stuff. It's been a long time since we've been in the playoffs. Giants fans, we deserve this. I know we all wanted a shot at Minnesota when they beat us last time. Well, we're going to get that shot, and we have to take full advantage of it. Can't let this slip away. It's a big opportunity for this team, and it's a big opportunity for Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and everybody else to make a statement. They made a statement in the regular season, and now it's money time. Now we'll see what we're really made of. And let's hope that they get this done. So, guys, girls, as tough it is for some of you, try to get some sleep tonight. Be well rested, and big game tomorrow. Hopefully, we can get it done. So, we'll be live at 4:00 on this channel. Chris and I will be ready to go. Hopefully, you guys and girls will be here as well. And let's go Giants. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. Like I said, get some sleep. It's a bad diggy dizzle, and I'm